consciousness transmission that has evolved somehow in the last couple of weeks. And today it's actually a good opportunity to rebalance, and George will explain what is the equinox and the energy, the opportunity that this equinox is bringing for us energetically, how we can work with it, and this quality that it's bringing as well to us. So I love to see again the room full of excitement to join, to practice, to come into union, to come into harmony in one field for expansion, for love, for growth. So I will mention a couple of information before we start. You know, we like to do the announcements before, so I will mention a couple of announcements that most of you, I believe, already knows, but it's great to do that regularly so we keep the dates in mind. What I wanted to share first. Yes, have you followed George online the last couple of days? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. It's exciting, right? Yes. For those who are in the You Love Sunday training, we will announce a bit more in details what George mentioned last Sunday, yesterday. It was powerful. I wasn't there with you, even energetically. I wasn't there, unfortunately. But I heard and I tapped into the magnificent opening that happened, which is great, and also bringing the information or bringing the confirmation that we are getting prepared and we are preparing ourselves for what is coming.
So there's huge things coming. I have no idea yet the details, but I can feel strong. And right now, I'm feeling Shamuel knocking on the door. He want to do energy adjustment, and I was like, "Can we do energy practice today?"
Because energy adjustment with
like
this
my heart
room,
is like already here.
It will be a 3 hours session.
Like it's literally sitting here. It's like you finish, I'll start.
George, your voice is not coming on the only hers.
Hello. Yes. For some reason.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Check.
But
Some check.
maybe the battery is empty.
We're also welcoming online Eva and I cannot read. So welcome online, those who are watching as well and joining the session. So in terms of announcement, yes. So George was mentioning about if you would like to know about the healing happening outside the group sessions, if you would like to come and join the weekly Wednesday 1 hour talk with Yogi George, with Georgie. So talk, Q&A and meditation, it will be broadcasted only on this closed
Facebook
community, Facebook Ascension Platform community, which is a closed group. If you are not yet part of it and you would like to be to join the live, to join the healing that will be offered only to the community, please join the group. If you don't know it, send us a message. We will send you the link so you can join whatever will be happening there from next week.
Yeah,
So-
most probably will be live twice a week. I hope so. But they're asking us to do a lot. So I will start first with once a week, 1 hour with the talk, question and answer, like almost like a consultation session, and then energy practice and some message if it's coming through. And then the next one will be the way that I see it, like half an hour of remote healing, and people, they just set their intention, and then we have the pillar of light, also the senior practitioner, and we'll concentrate with the unconditional love field and send healing to everyone who's receiving. So this will go regularly. I hope so.
So
We have the energy.
from next Wednesday, it will be weekly talk online with Georgie, and one Wednesday per month will be the healing group healing session, unconditional love and celestial presence.
Yeah, so Wednesday, this Wednesday
Yeah.
that we used to do twice a month, we're going to do it only once a month. And the plan is to be very strong. So that's why I'm going to fast the whole day, you know, the story of preparing for it. So that's why we need to do it once a month, because twice a month is too much for the system right now. Till maybe another upgrade will take place, I have no idea.
And can you, yes, the door needs to have assistance.
charming echo right now. Is it
Yes,
Yes.
you are in the
the higher
church.
realms?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the higher. You have echo in your voice.
You have also
So and what we saw is maybe from January the session of Wednesday session will be in Urban Tribe or another place, depending on how much we can squeeze here in the room. So that's for the Wednesdays. There's the negative contract release, I am declaration, manifestation / presence, live workshop that is happening from next weekend. So if you haven't signed up and if you feel like you would like more information or you would like to join, let us know or go online, everything is there. It's going to be a great opportunity to prepare for the amplification or anchoring of the milestone that we have started and is highly needed. The collective was asking and we have answered with that workshop. So if you feel like it resonates and you need that and it's your moment now to do it, please join. It's really great, really powerful, and we all love that. What else? We have the workshop, Crystal Kingdom workshop with Svetlana. Yes, and it is on the 11th and 12th of October. There is 2 spots left for the first day and 3 spots left for the second day. So more information, let us know, ask us, go online, book, and we will take care of you. And Svetlana will actually
I'll take care of it.
take care of you during the weekend. So that will be kind of exciting as well. We have the retreat coming up, and I know that most of you, it's in your desires and in your list and in your excitement. Please let us know, because very soon the second date of booking and securing rooms is coming, and we need to have a good idea of how much we can book for December. You may not know, but for retreats, the planning is highly in advance, meaning that it's sealed and booked and completed at least a month before the date of the retreat. So we need to know who is, at least if you're not paying now, but who is coming and
committed.
Committed, yeah. So you need to mention that. So we know so far we are more than 10, like in the last 2 weeks booking, and we really envision 30 people. So
33
yeah, 33 with us.
for the Christ number.
Yeah. So that will be like the integration of the milestone of the 3 months, and I cannot tell you how much powerful it's
milestone.
already building up. Yeah.
Yeah. We combining in this 3 days full immersion practice, the unconditional love project with all the crystal. So you will expect a lot of crystal in the conference room that we are going to gather in the hotel, and activation with all the unconditional love energy. And then training and learning and practice of what we call the Cosmic Christ Heart and the Diamond Light Body, which is part of the Ascension Pathway. So we'll talk about higher realms, we'll talk about higher self, Diamond Light Body, the Cosmic Christ, and what's the Christ consciousness energy, and how we are, as an evolution, as a humanity, we're evolving to remember this pure essence and this divine energy, and we're embodying this energy and becoming a pillar and a vessels for this divine to work through us, and we can shift the whole collective by our own awakening. And of course we will look forward for transmission by higher realms and activations and energy adjustment. It will be a big milestone. Yes.
Yeah.
We can just fathom how it will look like.
Do you charge hotel for this? Really? You're boosting their business, adjusting their energy, the entire processing.
We mentioned it to them, but
Did you tell them that, like, guys,
We
you
told
need to
them.
give us a very good offer?
they said we are. They don't know everything. They said we are happy to open up for spiritual activities.
Yeah. They
but
are exciting for that.
They have no
Exciting.
idea what I mean, some of them, one of them, I remember one of the guy, he said, can I sneak in between and see what you're doing, guys? So yeah, you're welcome to meditate with us. Yeah, I would love to learn this kind
It's
of thing.
actually
So they are
remember-
open.
It's actually remember the guide in Egypt that we had that came into the first 2 days in Cairo and everything we were doing and started getting more involved. And same in Turkey, the guide was becoming more involved in what we are doing, at the beginning a bit resistant, and then really understand the energy, not what was happening, but felt the energy and was part of it and was carried
Nice to see his
by this energy.
expression. It was
Yeah.
very nice to see his
It was so
expression.
beautiful.
When he explains something and he see it, he's like, oh my God, this is real? And he's like,
And then he starts
he
seeing
like,
the signs.
like a child, want to know more.
Yeah, he started seeing the signs and receiving it and felt it in his body and wanted to understand more. So it was beautiful to
And then
witness.
the last day, he came and meditate and received actually healing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the integration of the
Yes.
of the
This was
retreats
so good.
by Azil. Yeah. By Azil, but Azil is coming, as we keep on mentioning. He's coming from 26th of October. I hope you are booking your spots as well. What I wanted to share with you is a session in the house on the 7th and the 30th of 7th of November and 30th of October. The intention is to have it for the community. So it's like somehow more focused for the pillars. So if you feel like you would like to receive from Azil in this small community, know that the intention is for the pillars of the community and of Dubai. That's why we made it like so far not public too much, but it's mostly with you guys that we are informing. I wanted to share something, but I forgot. Ah yes, this weekend we are training the level 2 of sound healer practitioners, meaning that there will be 3 sessions. There will be
6?
12, 24 throughout
24.
the weekend, 24 sessions throughout the weekend.
24, wow. Guys, start booking.
Or 24 or no, yeah, 24, yeah, 24 for the weekend. So it will be Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon. So I will share the link I hope by tomorrow. And same, we keep it for the people in the group learning and in the community, so you can receive as well. So it's going to be like a little private link. They are really, really good. It's a very, very good group. We had a wonderful weekend last weekend. It's amazing how the collective is in a pure excitement state of receiving and learning and ready to receive the amount of information that was given. And they are already applying it. It's just so beautiful to witness. And this was not available even a year ago. Even a year ago it wasn't available. And as the teacher or the guide for that training, I feel so very much blessed for witnessing that, for witnessing the growth in Dubai, in UAE, and in the collective, because it's just a mirroring of our growth through you guys, through you, the pillars, or the students, or the participants, or the practitioners, and through new people that just came, that just heard about it. They want to know sound for whatever intention they have, but there's so much readiness. The alignment was perfect. 10 women, they don't know each other. Alignment perfect, and they even don't know the house. It was magical, and they're gonna share their magic and their excitement this weekend. So yeah, that was the intention to share the beauty and the sound magic with you as well. And I mentioned a few weeks ago that I may not do the sound healing again, but actually I changed my mind because it's so beautiful.
You are so good at it, and you have to continue.
I used to wear here, yeah. I'm really talking about you guys, but you are like, Oli was there this weekend. It's
Yeah, I think it's a very good opportunity and tools for many light keeper
such an
and
entry point that is
light worker to
yeah.
step up and start a journey.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know if I shared this with you guys before, maybe like around 8 years ago, when I used to teach also in Third Eye and in private groups. At that time we were still working on the vortex, you know what we do, unconditional love vortex and the grid, and we have this grid here and we have a vortex here. Now almost all the time we talk about it, that you can bring energy through this vortex and share unconditional love and host it in the space. 8 years ago, I was just starting to learn and remember my skills and my expansion and training with Mother Earth, if you know the story. And every time I would say, I would see glimpse of the vision that it might happen. I say, guys, you know, Dubai, it will grow spiritually very fast. And a lot of light keeper and light worker, at that time we used to call light worker, will step up and spirituality will booming. Just 8 years ago, by the way. Was not much centers. They were the Third Eye that I used to work with, and Illumination, and maybe another 2 centers. Which is okay, good enough, I mean, for Middle East, I would say. But you say, okay, that's a capacity, how far it will go, right? And or usually when people will come to those centers, like that's it, this is a community and there is no one else at that time. But then this seed, this vortex, and this people coming to the Middle East, especially Middle East, been calling many light worker. They travel and they shift to Dubai and they start career or something, but they found themselves that being assigned to support the Middle East by them coming. And everyone dedication and yearning for bringing this love and this shift to the Mother Earth and the Middle East, I would say, plant that seed. And now I can literally say, well, we have, I don't know how many centers in Dubai, how many groups and how many teachers. They come traveled from UK, US, Bali, and you name it. And they teach here everything, every time there is something new. Even the, which is not very spiritual, Tony Robinson, for example. But he put a little bit of spirituality and a bit of essence of it. But he's not really dedicated on it. He was here and how many people?
8,000, and he spoke about the heart resonance.
And he talks about the heart resonance and how the power of the heart can shift your belief system and can affect other people. This is like the core of what we are teaching. You see? So
Then he took everyone into journey, and like you will feel like,
meditating.
imagine 8,000 people.
Wow.
I think Talin and
Taline was there also.
Karen
Karen was
Karen
there.
was here.
Yeah. How was the experience? Brilliant.
Yeah.
amazing.
Ali was in the first row.
You were there
16.
also?
No, not that.
No, not now. Oh, he's before. His picture. He sent it. You went to him. Which place you went?
In UK.
In UK.
That was 2016 actually.
2016.
Yeah. had
I mean,
15 minutes
if you check how many famous sort of teacher leaders came to Dubai and how many people attended and how much dedication they have, these people, you will know. Like, not the same event can actually happen just a couple of years ago.
Sheikh Mohammed came, and his
Yes.
And his family.
Yes.
And for God's sake, we have the Ministry of Peace and Happiness, right? Ministry of Tolerance. I mean,
Intolerance?
We have one for tolerance and
one for happiness.
And last year they did the first summit, international summit for tolerance here in Dubai, and I was participating within the first one. And the second
Oh,
one is
wonderful.
coming again.
Oh, it's great, Lama.
This
So
is
people can talk and like how to.
this is
it's
indication just for to empower you to see that even if you might not see the result immediately at this moment around you, if you keep your practice and your dedication. Yeah, you're searching for a cover?
What do you want?
No, pillows.
Blankets. Go in the healing room.
We feel
behind.
like in the house. Like, give me the cover, please. I want to. You have a
Suzanne,
pillow next to you.
Suzanne, take the small blanket in the healing room. You have one behind. Yeah, equinox is a good point. Yes, so before seeing how big it's growing, how the spirituality is really present in Dubai, and following Georgie's story, share Asil session with your friends and family. They don't need to understand what's happening; they are receiving, so they can reach another aspect of themselves that is available to them, but maybe they haven't. They need a bit of help to reach, and wherever they are in their life.
Can we finish the situations happening? Yeah, I know, but everyone will look at you because you are waiting for something, and they will wait for you to wait for something. We'll wait till she finish.
Whatever you want. This one is
What's happened?
smaller. This one is very big. So it's up to you. You can take the big one if you want.
And can we close the kitchen door also?
So I was saying, yes, share the event with your family, your friends, your community, your clients, so they can receive as well from Asil. You have received yourself, you know what's happening. The more we share it, the more we can also elevate together in the UAE, within your own community, with your family, and rippling that effect even beyond UAE. So please share, the more the merrier. And the intention is for next time as it comes, we actually have 200 people sessions. So for this, we need to build that momentum, and that comes with everyone involved in it as well. So, you got it? You got the point? Yeah? You say yes? Yes.
He became a bit milder as well.
Huh?
Like, I felt like when I was watching his online San Francisco session, I had a feeling that the energy just changed.
Yes.
Yes, another
Like it's just different and it's
another upgrade and layer.
softer in a way, I would say. Maybe I just already released everything I need after all the sessions.
Let's wait. Let's see
wait
when
till
he
he
will be
come
there.
here. We see.
Yes.
No, it's
Because
not
it's-
softer, it's stronger.
It's stronger.
You feel directly
Yeah.
when you watch him.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And I've seen the difference, it was very clear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see on his behavior, on his face, and through the screen even you feel.
You can feel it.
We will do a
Yeah,
video.
I've been next to him before,
Yeah.
Mm.
and yeah, was really much more powerful. He
Mm.
was already powerful, but now
It's
I don't know
increasing.
what is it.
So we'll
But
do.
maybe
a-
you felt gentleness in it.
just
Yes.
what I
Yeah,
mean is
but
like,
its intensity was
it's
very
like,
intense.
You know, before I felt more harsh, like more like it's a surgery, you know, like, and now it's
They put more
like,
grace of like
Yeah,
sleep
yes.
tight or like rest or like this bubble of grace and a lot of love. So it feels like we are being taken care of with very gentle, loving hands. Yeah. So we will do a video with Azil.
Yeah, we're
soon.
going to do a talk with Asil.
Yeah,
We'll announce
online.
it
Yeah.
one of the Tuesday, where we can also invite you guys to share
Ask
your
questions.
sharing
Yeah.
of your experience, how you felt, the changes, and question and answer also. We might ask him a couple of questions. You know, we like to ask Asil to pull some information from him. Tell us more what happened.
Very wise, Azil. Good
Yeah.
luck for pulling
Yeah.
answers. All right.
All right.
Equinox, babe. Do you want to speak about
Equinox.
Equinox?
Like they
Equinox.
knocking- yeah.
George channeled the Equinox a few hours ago. He came to me. It's like in between a conversation. I was like, "Great, it's great."
Okay, let me share it really
Yes.
quickly. Okay, we need to start the session also, but we have
Yes. What time
the-
is
the-
it?
the
8 minutes
talk
to
and
start.
everything because they're still knocking on my head. It's like I feel like the boom. No, wait. I'm still talking. Yeah. So about the equinox, it's that's why we call it special equinox. Every equinox and every solstice, they are always a very important alignment and something happening while we are circulating around the sun. So the Earth circulates around the sun. Then we celebrate the new year basically. As every time, we finish a year around the sun. That's the things. But the real actually shift is not actually New Year. Is the solstice and the equinox. What's happening there is in the two solstices, the tilting and the rotation around the sun will create a certain very nice phenomenon every year that the night or the day depend on the high on the top hemisphere or the low hemisphere of the Mother Earth. The day and the night will be the extreme longest day or extreme longest night during that day. And that day will mark that, okay, we're entering solstice. One of the winter, one of the summer. So in the summer from our side is like the longest day light, and in the winter the longest night basically. Now in between them, for the spring and the fall, we have equinox, not solstice. What does it mean? From the word you can say it's like equilibrium, right? So the day will be as much as possible during the whole year very equal, night and day, and it's state of balance between the day and the night, where the solstice is the state of extreme between dark and night. Did you see it?
Yeah.
So when you see this, it's a sort of the truth and the knowledge and the wisdom of the consciousness or the evolution or whatever you call it, life, is already embedded in the nature and the environment. If you just observe it, you'll notice that during the year, in this one cycle, you go through an extreme of light and you go through extreme of dark night, and in between there is always a state of balance, twice actually. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Do you feel the wisdom behind it? So no matter how much you seem, you are going into the dark night. There is always the lightest day, and in between them there is always the balance twice actually. Did you see it? So in this equinox, the opportunity is to find this balance
It's like the infinity.
And remember that balance, and actually by this witnessing and this collecting this wisdom from witnessing this environment and this equinox and solstice and all these, you realize that your judgment about the dark or the light can disappear because it's just part of witnessing a journey of expansion and coming back into balance, and again witnessing expansion and coming back into balance, and again witnessing expansion and coming back to balance twice.
Imagine the infinity symbol coming to the extreme, the polarities, and coming back into center, and fluctuating to the other polarities and the extreme, and coming back into center.
Just the whole, I think, evolution of the planet in general. It's like, I mean, based on the sacred geometry theory, the same way. It's just it's what we go through eternity.
Mm-hmm.
From eternity, it's not going to change.
But we elevate in the cycles. We elevate in a spiral of growth and evolution.
Now what I was receiving also, today we'll work on letting go of our judgment about what is right and wrong, and letting go of judgment about hanging on in one side, and remembering that the balance always exists no matter how much it seems extreme. And by that letting go of judgment, you actually release the pressure or how that extreme can affect you. So an example, when the summer and the day is the longest, you can say, okay, I will be more active because I have more light. And you become more part of that evolution and part of aligning and harmony. You see, I'm going to go into the harmony right now of that evolution, of that cycle. And when you go into the winter, you say, I can sleep more now. In the winter, most of the species, they have their long sleep, you know. And the more you release your judgment toward it and you align with it, you find that it's always beneficial. It doesn't carry opposition. Did you see it? And that will take us to the I am declaration and negative contract release. Where in the contract release, during this couple of hours I'm teaching, I'm going to take you in a certain journey to see that negativity is not a bad thing. It's a part of growth. And we agree on it at the beginning, and we start judging it till we learn how we can understand the wisdom behind it and understand our weakness and release them and say no to them and say, I am more in harmony. And there is a statement, I will mention it in the I am declaration and the negative contract release. I choose through my free will to align with divine will. Did you see it? So it's not anymore that you are judging the other side or the negativity. You're actually releasing your own judgment toward it, and you're aligning through your free will to go in harmony in the cycle. And then your perception will be part of this cycle of growth, and it will not be as a suffering anymore, because suffering is just a resistance and a judgment toward the situation. And then once you do that and you write it and you clear your judgment toward it and you say, I choose aligning my free will, divine will, you will do your release of your contract, because that negative contract or negative agreement was teaching you your growth. And now it's not required to teach you anymore, because you have realigned and you have released your judgment toward it. Cool so far? Of course, we'll go more details and stories in the online training. Yes, Susan?
If you do the contract release once, are we releasing everything, or depending on our level of consciousness we release, and then we do it another time, we're ready to release one, and then like we have to keep going, doing it.
So every time you're going into your growth, you realize a more depth of the truth. And it will not be possible to release something that you are not aware of. And in order to be aware of, you need to be more mature consciousness. So every time you reach a level, but during that growth, of course, your perception and your dealing with those situations will evolve and strength so high that every time you witness that you have another level of agreement that's teaching you, you will say, oh, thank you, I learned something new, and you will not go into a position. The more you release your judgment, that growth go in more smooth, and you become more part of the flow. And yes, the contract release and the I am declaration goes in layers and layers and layers. Every time you witness something in your reality or about you that it seems negativity, that means you have agreed to witness it because it's teaching you something. And the more you go through that and you release your judgment toward it and collect that wisdom from it, then it's not required to teach you anymore, and you release it and you go to the next level and next level. And the higher you go, you start releasing your own fears to becoming a more divine being. That's another kind of agreement we agree on, that we will agree that we are separated and we are not actually divine. That's another agreement also we have. And you release that and you go higher and higher. Do you see it? I hope that we give you like mini workshop right now. Yes. Yeah, I like to talk about them, it's nice, but it's still different when you write it and you start in the homework. You have to read it and embody it, and then in the meditation where we go to your higher self and you go into this, we call it the spiritual court of equity. Very big name. And your higher self and all the ancestors, okay, I'm here to declare my new energy. First, I choose love and light and I do not agree anymore on fears because fears was teaching me on my own weakness. I do not agree on it. I remember my strengths. Thank you, everyone. And I declare, and then they were, oh, good, bravo, that's
Are
fine.
you sure? Are you really sure? This is what you want? This is how they are. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your council will ask, of course, it's like a
Yes.
court. So,
So thank you for these questions,
yes.
lovely. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today.
I
a
would
bit
actually
more.
say that we are 23 in the room, like the equinox.
Ah, 23. That's
Uh-huh.
very lovely. That's a line number. All right.
All
We need
right.
to start. It's
We are
knocking, they're
23.
knocking here. Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, we are 23.
Love you guys and see you
Yeah.
soon.
If you want to join the session, it's in the link
link is
above the
there.
video, and you could
Come
be
join us
redirected.
on Wednesday also, or follow the event,
Ah,
and we'll
yes.
see you soon on the Facebook group also.
This Wednesday is here. Next Monday, it's recorded online. There is no session in the house. Yeah.
Next, did you say?
So next week
Monday.
there is no session in the house.
Yes, we're taking a break to
It's
recover.
directly the workshop. Yeah.
Just to recover.
Yeah. We had to make some choices for ourselves, and we decided to bring a recording to you on Monday. So recording on Monday, there will be no session in the house. It's directly the workshop on the 4th of October. Yeah. And the next Wednesday in 2 weeks. Cool. So basically, come tomorrow. Come on Wednesday.
After tomorrow.
After tomorrow. Yes. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you.
guys.